Imagine Italy in the early 1800s. This wasn't the unified nation we know today. Instead, it was a fragmented peninsula, a patchwork of independent states. Foreign powers, notably Austria, held significant sway. This division wasn't new. It had existed for centuries. It was a legacy of the Roman Empire's fall, further complicated by foreign invasions and rule. The Congress of Vienna in 1815 solidified this fragmentation. It aimed to maintain stability and prevent French expansion. This division had profound consequences. It hindered economic development and political unity. Each state had its own laws, currency, and customs. This made trade and communication difficult. It also fostered regional identities over a shared Italian one. However, amidst this division, seeds of unity were being sown. Italians yearned for a single, independent nation. This desire was fueled by shared language, culture, and history. It was further intensified by foreign domination. The 19th century witnessed the potent rise of nationalism across Europe. Italy was no exception. Italians began to envision a unified nation. They longed to break free from foreign control. This burgeoning nationalism found expression in various forms. Secret societies like the Carbonari emerged. They advocated for constitutional reform and Italian unification. They staged uprisings against Austrian rule. These revolts, though ultimately unsuccessful, reflected the growing desire for change. Intellectuals and artists played a crucial role in fanning the flames of nationalism. They emphasized shared Italian heritage and culture. They lamented the peninsula's fragmentation. Writers like Alessandro Manzoni and Giacomo Leopardi stirred national consciousness through their works. The quest for unification wasn't merely a political movement. It was deeply intertwined with Romanticism. It idealized the glories of ancient Rome. It sought to revive Italy's past grandeur. This potent mix of political aspirations and cultural revivalism set the stage for the unification struggle. The Italian Risorgimento had exceptional leaders. Three figures stand out: Mazzini, Cavour, and Garibaldi. Each played a crucial role. Mazzini was the passionate idealist. He founded the Young Italy movement in 1831. It sought to ignite uprisings against foreign rule. His ideas resonated deeply. Cavour, the pragmatic statesman, was the architect of unification. As Prime Minister, he secured a crucial alliance with France. This alliance was decisive in wars against Austria. Garibaldi, the charismatic soldier, led the Red Shirts. He conquered Sicily and Naples in 1860. His triumphs united southern Italy. The year 1848 witnessed a wave of revolutions sweep across Europe. Italy too was caught in this whirlwind of change. Uprisings erupted in various states, demanding constitutional reforms and an end to foreign domination. In Rome, Pope Pius IX was initially seen as a potential leader for unification. However, as the revolution radicalized, he withdrew his support. The Roman Republic was proclaimed, but it was short-lived. French forces intervened to restore papal authority. In Venice, Daniele Manin led a revolt against Austrian rule. The Venetian Republic was proclaimed, invoking memories of its glorious past. However, despite fierce resistance, Venice too fell to Austrian forces the following year. The 1848 revolutions, though ultimately unsuccessful, were a significant turning point. They demonstrated the widespread desire for unification. They also highlighted the need for a more organized and strategic approach. Section 5: Cavour's Realpolitik, the Second War of Independence. Following the setbacks of 1848, Count Camillo di Cavour, Prime Minister of Piedmont, Sardinia, took center stage. He was a shrewd diplomat and a firm believer in realpolitik. He understood that Italy could not achieve unification alone. Foreign assistance was crucial. Cavour skillfully maneuvered on the international stage. He gained the support of Napoleon III of France. He promised territorial concessions in Nice and Savoy. This alliance proved decisive. In 1859, Austria, provoked by Piedmontese maneuvers, declared war. The ensuing conflict, known as the Second War of Italian Independence, saw French and Piedmontese forces clash with the Austrians. The battles of Magenta and Solferino were pivotal. They resulted in Austrian defeats. Although the war ended prematurely due to Napoleon III's concerns about escalating conflict, it had significant consequences. Lombardy was ceded to Piedmont, Sardinia. The war also weakened Austrian influence in Italy. Section 6, Garibaldi's Southern Campaign, the Red Shirts March. While Cavour orchestrated events in the north, a different kind of revolution was brewing in the south. Giuseppe Garibaldi, the charismatic revolutionary, was about to embark on a daring expedition that would change the course of Italian unification. In May 1860, Garibaldi, with his volunteer army of red shirts, set sail from Genoa, their destination, Sicily, then under Bourbon rule. Garibaldi's expedition, known as the Expedition of the Thousand, was a remarkable feat of audacity and military skill. Landing in Marsala, Sicily, Garibaldi's forces quickly gained popular support. The Bourbon army was no match for the red shirts' guerrilla tactics and the overwhelming enthusiasm of the Sicilian people. Within weeks, Palermo, the island's capital, fell to Garibaldi. Emboldened by his success in Sicily, Garibaldi crossed the Strait of Messina and landed on the Italian mainland. He continued his triumphant march northwards, capturing Naples, the capital of the Kingdom of the Two Sicilies. Section 7. The Kingdom forged Italy in 1861. With Garibaldi's stunning victories in the south, the dream of a unified Italy was finally within reach. Cavour, concerned about Garibaldi's republican ideals and potential to destabilize the peninsula, moved to secure the unification process under Piedmontese leadership. In a strategic move, Cavour dispatched Piedmontese troops southwards. They marched through the Papal States, leaving Rome untouched due to French protection. Their objective was to link up with Garibaldi's forces and prevent him from advancing further north. Garibaldi, despite his republican convictions, recognized the importance of unity. He agreed to step aside. He yielded his conquests to Victor Emmanuel II, King of Piedmont, Sardinia. In a historic meeting in Teano, Garibaldi hailed Victor Emmanuel as King of Italy. On March 17, 1861, the Kingdom of Italy was formally proclaimed, with Victor Emmanuel II as its first king. The new nation encompassed most of the peninsula, with the notable exceptions of Venetia, still under Austrian control, and Rome, under papal rule. Section 8. Completing the puzzle, Venetia and Rome. The unification of Italy in 1861 was a momentous achievement, but the process was not yet complete. Venetia remained under Austrian rule, and Rome, the heart of Italy, was under papal control. In 1866, during the Austro-Prussian War, Italy allied with Prussia. Prussia's victory forced Austria to cede Venetia to Italy. In 1870, with France in the Franco-Prussian War, Italian troops entered Rome. Rome became the capital of unified Italy, marking the end of papal temporal power.